If you love good quality WordPress applications and software to grow your freelancing business and your web design presence online, then this is the video for you. My name is Ashley Ball and I'm going to show you my favorite WordPress apps for web design and more. Tune in. Before we get into the video, I just want to give a big shout out to Brian Elliott for leaving a comment on my last video saying that he found me from Elementor's community blog and he realized my content, and I just want to say thank you so much for that. It was a really awesome comment, and thank you to everybody else who has been leaving comments. It's really awesome. Okay, so first up is ManageWP. ManageWP is a great piece of software to manage multiple WordPress websites. ManageWP gives you so much for free. You can have backups running once a month. You can have security scans over your websites. You can have performance scans over your website, and there's a few other goodies. Now, ManageWP makes their money by add-ons, so it depends on what add-ons you want to use for each site. So that makes it really cost effective for you. If you just want to have one website, only have a few add-ons, and your other websites, maybe you can run them manually, it's a great option to save some coin. From here, you can see the backups, you can see all of those add-ons. Next up is a tool called Gist, formerly ConvertFox. Now, I've been a big fan of Gist for a while, and I've really just started implementing it on my site and using it. So if you go to my site, for example, one feature is this little chat icon down here. Now, Gist is doing that. Gist is an all-in-one marketing automation platform. Now, if that doesn't mean anything to you right now, just know it can do a lot of cool things to engage people on your website. But what I really like about it is the platform is very easy to use. And for newcomers or people who have been in marketing for a while, they have a free tier to get started, which is awesome. So like I said, they do chatbots, they do forms, they even link up to Elementor forms now, which is insane. They even do knowledge bases like wikis, and I've started using them for the few tools that I want to bring out, which I'm going to talk about soon. Next up are my Google Chrome extensions. Now, I've already put a video out about my favorite Google Chrome extensions, so I'm not going to go into them in too much detail, but I just wanted to say that I have so many good Chrome extensions that save me time and that I use on a regular basis. So I'll link that video so you can go check it out, and I'd love your thoughts on them. So next up is Affinity Designer and Affinity Photo. Now, these are great alternatives to Adobe tools, and they often get compared to Photoshop and Illustrator. And I can personally say that I think they are far better than the Adobe counterparts, and I highly recommend them. The first thing that you always come up against is the price, and given they are a one-off sale for right now, Australian $80, compared to Photoshop and Illustrator that go for a monthly fee, for me, that is just a deal breaker. A one-time purchase for software is, I think, the best option, and when the quality is this good, the support is this good, and the features are that good, I really can't complain. Next up is a tool called Smart Mockups. Smart Mockups is a mockup tool. So if you've seen mockups before, and that's t-shirt apparels or putting your brand onto mugs or your website onto desktops or laptops, that sort of thing, that's called a mockup, and you can show clients how websites look on different devices. That's often how they're used. So you can go through their library of all different types of photos of smartphones and desktops, and you can just put your brand straight in there. They also have a great selection of what they call isolated photos. So you can use these as PNGs and have a transparent background to then put into other programs like Affinity Designer. That's my workflow, is I'll often put my brand or logos or whatever into Smart Mockups, and then I'll put it over into Affinity Designer. Next up is a tool called Stencil. Now, Stencil is designed for quick social media posts and banners and those sort of things. The goal of Stencil is to do it very quickly, and they have a library of photos and icons inside of Stencil that speeds up your workflow. So personally, I use Stencil for quick designs. When I need to put together a quick social media post, I can use the pre-made templates, which just speeds up that workflow a lot faster than doing a custom design in Affinity Designer. So next up is a link retargeting tool called Pixelme. Now, I really like Pixelme. I think it's easy to use, and if you want to get into marketing, a redirecting tool like this is a great way of seeing where traffic is going. So if you're putting your links onto YouTube videos, onto blogs, or other external websites bar yours, you can see where all that traffic's coming from easier than just using Google Analytics or something, okay? So it works along with Google Analytics. You can put pixels in there if you haven't heard what a pixel is. Way of retargeting. So if somebody goes to your website, a little cookie will be put on their browser, and that way when they go to Facebook, your ad can display to them because there's a cookie in their browser, so it knows where they've been on your website. It's a great way of integrating Facebook ads and Google ads and analytics and all these other platforms into your links, so you can sort of see the bigger picture of what people are doing. So the next tool I want to show you is Planable. Now, Planable is a social posting scheduler software. So say you want to schedule all of your social media posts and you just want to sit down and do it once. You can sit down, create all of your content, schedule it over the week, schedule it over the month, and then it will post it when you tell it to. So Planable is really easy. I highly recommend it. I love their workspaces feature, so you can have brands and clients in their own workspace. It makes things a lot neater and organized. Now, another tool that I use regularly, Serpstat. Serpstat is an all-in-one SEO platform. So it's a great way of seeing analytics on your website that go beyond just Google Analytics. You can see how well your website is ranking against different keywords. So you can start putting in strategies to actually rank your website for terms that you want to rank it for. So the next tool is sort of similar to Stencil. It's called Design Bold. I often go to it for like more of their templates. I like their infographics and their larger templates that they provide, and I think it's really good for that. Next is a tool called Missing Lettr. Now, Missing Lettr automatically turns your blog posts into campaigns. So it'll actually set up like a 6, 8, 12-month social media campaign around your content. Now, it does a pretty good job at that. I find that I still need to fine-tune all of the posts to make them exactly the way I like them, but it's a great way of having your blog posts find an audience 12 months down the track when you've forgotten about it. It's really good at that. I do recommend checking out Missing Lettr. I think it's a good tool. So the last couple of apps that I just quickly want to touch on before we part ways are the Google suite of tools. Now, I love Google Docs, Slides, Forms, and Sheets. Google Suite is enough for businesses to create Word documents, to create Excel sheets online, and then collaborate, and presentations too. I use this in so many facets, I don't even know where to begin. That's it for me today, guys. I hope you found a tool that you liked and that you can implement in your workflow. If you have a question about any of these tools, please leave a comment below so I can get to you. And please leave a like on this video. It does help the YouTube algorithm to suggest my content more, and a subscribe goes a long way. I just want to tell you something that I've created that if you're an Elementor user, you will find powerful. So I love WordPress, I love Elementor, and I've created a style sheet, sort of like a one-stop shop for all the elements you're going to use in a project. So if you go to my website, you go to the freebies tab, it'll take you directly there right now. Otherwise, in the future, you'll see the link on my website because I'm going to change it a little bit. So there's a little video there that'll tell you about it and my thinking behind it and the story of how I got there. Otherwise, all you need to do is just go down to download, get it in your inbox, give it a go. If you're an Elementor user and you're a web designer, this is a great little tool to include in your workflow, and I'd love some feedback on it. Thank you so much, guys. That's it for me. If you've made it this far in the video, I am very grateful. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.